I need one more. We just got this amazing character from France. Big up Frederick. This guy runs DRONEXPERT.France.fr, sorry, but he's down there in the southwest corner, very pretty area of the country. He's one of our newest team pilots. Fantastic chap. Let's have a check out of what he just released this afternoon, or this evening for him. Dude's got mad following too, so check him out. He's got a lot of skill, he's got an awful lot of talent to bring to the team and the engineering. Sit back and enjoy this beautiful ride.
He built this thing in like, what was it?
Like a day. He received it, he's like,
hours?
I just got the kit, and the very next night he's like, boop, picture of it, already done. Obviously it's not his first drone. He's got loads, and he's got, like I said, he's got mad skills, so he has, he's really kind of pushed the limits here and thrown us out a really cool video. We need a little HD on that. Don't mind me.
They're asking, is the buffering just me? No, we're just buffering tonight, apparently.
Okay, ooh, my stream speed has gone way down.
Interesting.
Let's have...
Streaming, maybe? Should I turn mine off and we just go off yours?
Maybe try it. We might be... Yeah, please. Hey, Cassie.
Yes, Dave does.
Wait, do you want a beer, Dave?
Yeah, Dave does.
Beer time.
Jace, you say you guys are doing stuff indoor? Where are you going? Is it like we did an indoor soccer field recently, and we got a lot of multi-pathing. What are you guys doing for indoor stuff?
Some of these flips are so smooth too.
I wish I had this property. I could just...
2 beer for the boys. Dave, you get the green one.
Thank you.
Good work, good
Give that
work.
one to Daddy.
Thanks very much, little minion.
Minion!
Minion!
Like calling Minion, but Minion still.
Wilmington, that's beer for you right there, buddy.
The Firestone Easy Jack IPA. Great beer. We live in the land of the most high concentration microbrews. Colorado is just nuts for it.
Yeah, we need to figure something else out for the winter, because it's a lot of months that, we're like out of the air and just jonesing to fly, and video games and stuff like that are good for training, but there's nothing like actually getting out in the air. So
we're going to be making a sweet video this winter too, living so close to the ski resorts. We're going to be taking one of these up with us up the mountain. You know how it is, the ski resorts don't check anybody with a backpack going up on a pair of skis, so we're going to smuggle one of these to the top of the hill, take the cat, go all the way up, and we're going to sit at the top. Someone's actually going to follow the drone, and we're going to go and chase a snowboarder down the mountain, go and get some sick videos. Can't wait to start releasing some of that footage. We're going to have a blast this winter.
So Jay Stu, you were asking what flight controller we use. We use the Naze 32 in our kit. We've never had any issues. What issues have you had? It's been a pretty good little piece of hardware for us. I think one of our pilots uses, what is it, Open Pilot?
Yeah, Open Pilot, CC3D. Some people use the multi-wii. Mainly the Naze 32 is like de facto standard. Everybody uses it. It's super open source. People are putting, like Boris has got a great line of code coming out. He's got the beta flight. You got Dominic over in England, super cool dude making clean flight. He's made some good advancements. You got Time Cop over in Japan. He's one of the OG wizards. He's got base flight. He's been doing that for years. So there's a lot of cool firmware out there, and it's really, like I said, it's really open source. Some really good stuff happening. Makes me want another video.
Keep an eye on that chat too.
I shall. I gotta get a little better at that. I'm busy, Dave. I'm busy. I'm new, man. I'm new. The air is thin. Yeah. You know what? We've tested these things. I've been up to the Maroon Bells up by Aspen, and now you're talking like takeoff was maybe 9,000 or 10,000 feet, and the Maroon Bells are somewhere in that range too. And the power to weight ratio on these things, it just doesn't care. It really doesn't care. There was a 30-mile-an-hour crosswind. It was kind of raining. I was up at that altitude, and I said, bollocks, I'm going to go and fly anyway. So I just ripped it up the mountain. And granted, the crosswinds were kind of cruel. I was getting a bit of drift, but I'm telling you, these things have got like a 6-to-1 all the way through a 12-to-1 power ratio, depending on the speeds that you put out there, and the motors and the batteries. So, like everybody says, man, I mean, drones and wind, you definitely have to take care with the big ones. And anytime my mates come out with me flying and they're like, dude, it's windy today, I'm like, shut up, you are the wind.
So Wilmington, you're saying you have no idea how any of this works, but it's all very interesting. Dude, I identify, because I was there about a year ago. That's exactly why we're here. You know, there's going to be a lot of guys like you, and we can help be, you know, that kind of glue that helps take all this information and knowledge that you need to do this sort of thing and just feed it right to you. Otherwise, you're digging in so many forums and you're looking for really specialized information. It's there. And if you're resourceful, you can find it, but we can kind of help with that process. So definitely ask any questions you want, man, and that's why we're here. This is Chase?
One that's looking for a link. Boop. Yeah, of a sick pilot. Charpoo. Yeah, man. The almighty Charpoo.
Charpoo, yeah.
We'll get to one of those videos real shortly. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on vacation. We're gonna go on tour.
Yeah.
So the Drone Nationals crew, they fired up and they wanted to go and scout out where in Hawaii they're going to hold the Drone Worlds in 2016. It's October 2016.
October, yeah.
We're totally going to go over there. We're going to be there. We're going to be part of that event. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Hopefully some of our pilots make it over there. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a scene. But anyway, yeah, they wanted to go and scope the island out and see what it was all about. So Charpoo went, Mr. Steele, Chad. Man, I don't remember all the pilots' names, but there was an amazing turnout and some of the video, and we're going to throw some highlights on.
It was incredible.
You guys do a search for Drone Worlds, and you're going to start seeing it pop up. They've got a Facebook page. They've got all that going on. So check out all their videos that they've posted. These guys are amazing. They had a couple of weeks out there, I think, is about what it was.
It looked like the best vacation ever.
Just ripping up the island.
We're going to show it here in a bit, so don't you worry.
This one right here, the Cypriot FPV racetrack. We got a couple of amazing guys down in Cyprus. Furious P, Goat D, thanks for coming on board. Really looking forward to what you guys do. They're forming this. They're grassroots. They're growing this into something that's just never existed. They've both got skills. They've been doing RC for a while, and we've managed to get lucky enough to have them come on board and start flying around.
And Cyprus is an island south of Turkey. For those that don't know, I had no idea.
I make assumptions.
I had to look it up.
Living in America, you can't assume everybody knows geography. But yes, Mediterranean island. Cracking crew down there. Great place. Good to go and visit. Go and take a vacation there sometime.
I'm geographically challenged, I'll admit that right now.
America.
Just get it out there.
Oh, man.
So Nuzzle, the Hubsan Mini, it's a good learner. It's a good trainer. It's kind of an equivalent of what we were talking about with the Ladybird in the last stream, and I don't know, where's that thing? Just
Ladybird.
Here again.
I'll grab it. Oh, the Ladybird. You are gonna get. Here's the. No, it's not that one. Sorry. All right, I mind me digging in the stock. I get. Here we go. Here's what you're looking for. Highly rate this. It takes a ton of punches and it does a really good job. You're going to get one of these Dimension number 7. That's the model on this guy. It's got super good tactile feedback. Is that lined up well? It's probably good. So we got the tactile feedback on this. It's going to be really good for muscle memory. This little guy takes a kicking and keeps flying, and it's so cheap to repair. You've got all sorts of options. Amazon's got it, Banggood's got it, all the common websites. Tiny little battery, and it's going to really help you develop your skills. You can 360 flip these things. Everything you see these people doing on the video, you can do on these tiny little drones. Obviously, you can't go as far away. Even though my mate has put one of these FPVs on this, I mean, he's just crazy. He's one of the most amazing little engineering modifiers that I've seen. He was flying it around my house with a little camera on the bottom of it, up and down the stairs, chasing the kids, chasing the cats. Super fun, but you're not going to get the same kind of performance. But for learning, phenomenal. Nice and easy to repair too.
And Nuzzle, that's kind of the point, man. Like, you're gonna crash if you're flying like this, and you know we'll say this ad nauseum throughout all of our streams. You're gonna crash, it's gonna break. You know, like they're pretty durable, but the shit's gonna break. You're gonna have to use a little screwdriver. You're gonna have to use some hot glue. You're gonna have to use a soldering iron and fix it. And eventually, you know, that's a huge part of the fun, and you take pride in that because you know if you're not crashing and you're not breaking, then you're definitely not pushing the boundaries.
So I've got my engineering crew hitting me up down in Australia. Never stops. We're global. We've got an amazing team down in Australia. Quite the other half of DRONEXLABS. Cracking bunch. Look at that spot. Cyprus is amazing. The freedom of flight, gentlemen and ladies. We're enabling the masses. He's got the memory of a guppy. I told him half an hour ago. I was like, we're going live on air. I was like, I'll call you later.
Who?
the brother. Hits me up. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Same thing.
So I'm going to link you the Walkera Ladybird is the little guy we were showing you. Just threw that up in the chat. I might not get it from the link I just showed you in Amazon. You can get a cheaper deal if you ship it from further away. China may not be a bad option.
Here we go. So yeah, Immersion, Lumineer, they're big sponsors of this Drone Worlds and the Drone Nationals crew. Here's just a little highlight of what they were getting up to out in Hawaii. They've got some sweet video and some really cool experiences. And the pilots, of course. This one is Mr. Steele. Equally as talented as the great Charpu. They're all just such a cool bunch of guys. They're really fun to hang out with, and you know, getting to race around that K1 speed track with all these dudes, watching their skills is phenomenal. Lunatics.
That mustache, though. That mustache.
Mustachio. Oh man, come on. 360. Boop. Here's a little buffer. Take that. When you get one of those ladybirds, totally recommend buying some spares. Buy one of everything, at least, for a spare. Because the last thing you want is to be repairing it, or need to repair it, you know, and you want to fly and you've got no bits. And they're not hard to repair. It's a tiny little screwdriver and a bit of soldering iron every now and then.
And kind of like the scaled up ones like ours, those little guys are built to be repaired. So your arms and everything have the screws. Some of the toys you're going to see at like Target and stuff like, not only do they not scale up in the skill, but they're not really meant to be repaired. Like they're meant to break and then not work. So that's kind of one of the important distinctions you want to make. There are toys, and then there's these guys that are trainers. So you want to make sure you get the right one.
We're going to help guide you on that. There are a few others out there. Hubson makes a fair one, the H4 something, I don't know. But we can always send a link. I'm just a big fan of that one. The control is real, and it's going to transfer well. Oh, yeah.
The blade protectors, you know, you may find use in them when you're first learning, because you don't want to keep banging into the wall and then your props break. But if you have enough spares and they're pretty durable, the blade protectors can be kind of more of a hindrance and just kind of get in the way and add weight. You know, mainly these trainers are meant to train. Imagine that. But you know, these aren't where the best fun is at. You want to use these as a stepping stone to get on up into the bigger drones eventually. It's just a necessary step.
As much as I wanted to watch that last video, it was buffering way too bad. I'm not going to put everybody through that. My attention span can't handle it, so we're out.
This one was sick.
This one was sick too. Have a ride along with Flying Up Final Glide. Chad Nowak, the madman from down under.
I love how they're like sitting on rocks and shit with their goggles on, like they're in no danger of just falling into the ocean.
Looking like the microphone's lasting this time. That's cool.
Yeah, thank God.
Alright, man. I might have to bump your laptop out of the way to start working. We'll be fine. We'll be fine for now. Get a little prep done.
So Wilmington, if I'm getting your question correct, you're saying like in general, is that what people are doing? They're racing these things? Yeah, I mean it's a huge part of what they're doing with these small little guys. But you know, drones are just transforming the public and private sector in general. So these things are being used all over the place for cinematography and real estate and golf courses and inspection, and this is just one small quadrant of the pie, and probably the most badass if you ask me.
This is where everybody ends up when they do start getting into it. They're all like, hang on a minute, these things are expensive, they take time to fix, and what's this all about? And when you start realizing these are somewhat relatively cheap compared to what people do fly out there with big cameras. I mean, these are the price of a good camera, let alone the whole drone that carries the camera. So then these guys, oh, that's mad, isn't it? These guys, you know, you're spending $4 on a crash because you broke $4 worth of props. And that's it. And it's less if you break less props. Sometimes you break nothing. You just pick it up and go again, put the battery back on and have a laugh. They're amazing. They're really, really, really economical once you get into it. Like we said in the last broadcast, it's around about $1,000 to get all in. Give or take 100. You can cheap out, but you really want to go for around about that $1,000 mark. We've got it on our website. Go through the shopping cart at the very bottom. Everything we don't sell is recommended at the very bottom of each item. It says recommended hardware list. Click on that, have a look. And we're just spoon feeding everybody. We're spoon feeding the world. We're saying this is tried, true, tested, amazing equipment. You can trust in us, and you can really have a good experience through doing this.
So Rival hit up a question.
Rival, there is the man. Where's the range? Okay, man. So you know, Rival, we've got legalities that you really have to play with. FAA says 300 feet with a guy next to you being your spotter. In the woods where nobody hears a tree fall, you can go to the limit of the bottleneck. What's the bottleneck on our units? Well, it's the battery. If you'd like to not have to walk after it and get it, 3 miles, and then it needs to turn around and come back, because otherwise you're walking, because your battery's gone. Depends on the equipment, alright? You're going to have different antennas. We'll go through an antenna series. We're going to go through the controller series. 2.4 gigahertz is what's on the radio in your hand. You're blasting that a fair distance. You can get a 1 watt, a 2 watt amplifier for it. Or you can just go to UHF. I love this waterfall bit. You can go to UHF, ultra high frequency. You're talking 30 miles away. The video equipment depends on the wattage, the milliwattage on the video transmitter. You get the 600 milliwatts, again, 3 miles, no problem. Definitely depends on the antenna that you've got. If you've got one of the small antennas, that video's off the hook.
Chad is just flying down like a 1,000-foot waterfall.
No fucks were given. He's like, I might pull out, I might not.
And do you really have to sell anybody on? Like, you can do that, assuming you have a waterfall.
But yeah, so the distance is amazing. Here's what it really comes down to, guys. How far do you want to walk? None of us really fly more than about the 300 to 500 feet away, because you're going to set something up. You're going to take your drone and your gear to a location. It's going to be optimized for where you are, where your gear is, how far you're going to be hiking to get your stuff, and you're just going to rip it around yourself. So we find ourselves playing nice. We play within the realms of possible. There's only a very few occasions when, you know, you're just going to push the limits, and you're going to do that in countries that don't have the same restrictions as we do, because that makes it cool, that makes it fair, and let's not break the rules.
And OneNut just put up a badass link. I've actually seen this before, but I didn't know this website. I'm going to put it up again through the DRONEXLABS channel. This site's going to tell you no-fly zones. It's going to tell you some of the major obstacles in terms of what you want to watch out for in like a flying location. You've got your airports, you've got your national parks, your military bases.
Thanks for the link.
Hell yeah, man. Good one.
Boop, saved. There's a favorite. COFPV, maybe this is .com, maybe this is .org. There's a load of different sites out there. You got FPV Labs is a great forum, great resource. You got RC groups. There's so many people out there to lean on and to try to get good information from that are going to help you out and show you where to fly, where not to fly. That's not the one I was hoping for, but we'll figure that one out. There's so many little communities and clubs that will show you the good things and good places to fly. Here's the rules. Don't go near people, don't go near buildings, don't go near property, private property, and don't go near airports. You do that, really man, no one's going to mess with you. You're not a problem at that point. But you can go out there on YouTube and start searching videos, and people in these other countries are like hovering near airports, following airplanes in, and I'm just like shaking my head going, man, you've got to not do that. Nobody should be doing that.
And it's rarer than you'd actually think, given all the media hype. It's just when it does happen, people freak out. Perhaps rightfully so in some cases.
Totally.
There was a guy, wasn't it at the U.S. Open? He crashed like into the actual stands.
He did, yeah. They have fail safes. That's another cool feature, guys. We'll go through it all. We'll go through the physical, we'll go through the logical, the software, the safety. And these things have got fail safes on them. They've got cutouts. So's that if you're at one of these events and somebody tells you, that's it, you've gone too high, or your drone's obviously out of control, you just kill the radio in your hand. The drone picks up on the fact that it's lost control to home, fail safes kick in, and it just turns off and turns into a brick and hits the deck. And that happened, man. That was like, one almost got away. It almost got out of the football stand, and it's like right to the stairs at the top. Got smashed.
What do you think? You want to pop over?
Yeah, you want to go for it?
Kind of get out of your way here.
Alright, man. I love the videos so much. I just want to keep watching videos. I'm like, alright, we got
There's
work to
another
do.
good one. We should check out.